And just the fact that so many people are in it and don't really know where it came from, that alone is a big deal to me. Like the fact that people get tricked into it as children and have no idea where the mythology came from. From our conversation, that's a big part of my heart and my channel. But there's more that I want to do. I'm not looking to become very super political in one sense. My main bread and butter is always going to be interviewing people for their deconversion stories, and I'm heavily moving toward some, again, some very aggressive and assertive monologues that are going to, expose Christianity more and more, not in a gentle sense either. I'm
Mm.
very excited about some of that stuff that's coming, and I hope it does ruffle feathers, but I also hope people are like, huh. That's a pretty intense way of saying it, Tim, but you know what? That's actually accurate. Maybe we've been kind of tiptoeing around the truth too long. Maybe we need to just say like it is. Like, what is this religion? What is this cult? And I think for me, just a quick example that I like to use is a lot of people kind of get on me for making too much of the idea of circumcision. And I'm like, circumcision is one of the most horrific things that we as a culture have ever come up with. The
Mm.
idea of mutilating a child's genitals. And I'm like, that should have been enough to deconvert me. Like, it is an idiotic thing to say. A God makes boys, and 8 days later, he wants you to mutilate their genitals. But some people will say, well, that's pretty small pickings in terms of reasons to deconvert. I'm like, yeah, agreed in some ways, but in other ways, it's like it's pretty horrific that we would even like, what is it about our mentality that can't see the psychopathic and just frankly bizarre nature of the Yahweh character and the Jesus and the Eucharist and all that? Why can't we see the bizarreness of it, if not the psychopathic abusiveness of it? What is it about this religion that tells us, that basically equates abuse and horror with love?
Mm.
And this is really like a Stockholm syndrome scenario that's taken over the whole damn planet. Like we're all in love with our captor. We're all in love with a psychopathic literary character. Like, what is it that's doing this to us? I feel like there's this groundswell in my heart that says, we're better than this. We're better than this. Like culturally, we are better than what we have become. And at least to say we're not going to be better than that in our generation, can't we try to give the next generation a better shot? Can't we at least try? And obviously that's my goal.